Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
They go play action now. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Love. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aftershocks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
Play fake. Here's Love.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On play action, Love to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Love's throw complete to McBride.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball again on second down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Hall.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On 4th down, Stafford. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down conversion claims you usually think 1, 2, 3. It's maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Love's throw taken in by Ridley here. And they'll get this down to the 10. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action this time with Love. And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD needed to throw that. I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Love to throw for it on 4th. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Let's go. Let's do.
In motion left, the tight end. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Aftershocks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Aftershocks 21, Vikings 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep...
And a nice spin into some open field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 30 yards there.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Here's Hall again.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
They'll try the air now with Stafford.
There's Tremble, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Love.
And complete to Drake London.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 33-yard line.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Love. This will be caught. It's Samuel.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Brings up 3rd and
32!
They'll run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They snap it to Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Following the interception, Love. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Aftershocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down and a run by Robinson.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal. 22.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Robinson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Almost at 2 yards. It's now 4th.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. James has got it, complete.
And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. But look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown.
Drake London,
88 yards.
And the Aftershocks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
45, Vikings 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Vikings 7.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Strike. Check strike. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Chris Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Love. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 42 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Garibay as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Called at a very strong gain of 24.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Kamara.
Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
To throw now. Here's Love.
They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the aftershocks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Stafford. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Love. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's going to try and go deep again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
That caught by Tremble. That almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, caught by London. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gary Bayard to attempt the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Minnesota
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Play action this time with Love. He's got a man, complete.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world